wrap it up, a real quick question for you guys is that now that you've done it, it's a piece of Canadian history. But has your playing your character, has it affected the way that you see Canada? So I asked Ronnie last time. So Olenike, if you can start with that. How's it kind of, because I mean, us being, and I'm from Canada, learning this history changes for me personally the way that I look at it, because I've always thought Canada was just so good. You know, you have your incidents, but it was better. So playing these characters, has it affected the way that you see Canada?
Absolutely. Well, good and bad. So it has opened me up to wanting to know more about Black Canadian history. Specifically, I didn't really know about the Porters either. Like, things here and there, but you don't know the specifics.
Mhm.
Um, what the thing I found out is that there are no Black Canadian courses anywhere in Canada in any of the universities.
Mhm.
I'm shocked by that.
Mhm.
Like that we are learning African history, we're learning Caribbean history, we're learning African American history. There's no curriculum for Black Canadian history. That is crazy.
Mhm.
So that was the disheartening part. The positives that it's done for me is how I have a little one at home, and so this is Black History Month, and they're going to teach them what they teach them at school.
Mhm.
But I promised her that what we're going to learn is when you're going to tell me what you learned at school, and we're going to learn one Black Canadian historical person for that evening, so that you have more context to bring back to school of what you've learned as well. And so
Mhm.
that's what it's opened that up for me, because I want to know more, and I think it's great to have a 7-year-old coming up knowing a lot by the
Mhm.
time she's a teenager or an adult, you
Yeah.
know?
Amel?
Do you know what? I don't think it's a fair thing to me to comment on, because I'm discovering what Canadian history is. Like I'm like it's such a new thing that I don't think it's fair for me to comment on. But I will just say that to me, it's just a part of the extension of Black history in the diaspora, and that's what I love about it, is that even in this internet age, we're getting to know each other so well. We're getting to know the versions of ourselves, and actually realize there's a lot of synergy, and it's very symbiotic, the experiences that we've been through. But I'll leave it to one of the other guys to comment further on the Canadian aspect.
I'll ask Lauren as well, your opinion?
I'm also, not Canadian, but I will
Oh.
say, growing up, I learned uh, we really learned that Canada was a place that was almost like better than us when it came to race and discrimination and stuff. That was where the goal for a lot of slaves was to escape to Canada, and that was our history. That's the most that we learned from Canada. So this was really my introduction to the fact that there was a whole struggle in itself.
Okay, perfect. Mona?
I think the most significant thing I learned was like how far back the contributions of Black Canadians went, even before the era that we're covering, and also how significant they were and how far reaching their influence was. Like what these porters did not only serve the Black community, but also immigrants from all over the world coming to Canada, also influenced labor movements for people who were Black, white, and everything else in between. And I don't think I really understood that before we did this show.
Okay, thank you. Let's close off, Mr. Ronnie.
I don't know if it changed me, but what it did was it made me ask why. Why did I not learn this earlier? Like, why was this something that, it's such a monumental thing with the research that I've done and come to know. I'm like, why was I not told any of this? Why was I not? And I can guess to why, but you know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. It didn't really change me because I had to live an experience as a Black man and experience things. But yeah, I think it's the why more than anything for me.
Well, I want to thank you all for your time. My time is up, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing the next finishing up the series, because honestly, I really enjoyed it. I think you guys all did a great job, and I'm really curious to see how it all plays out. So thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate you, man.